In Ephesians 3, Paul, in verse 10, shares the intent of God in sending Christ Jesus and revealing the gospel. That's amazing to me. It says that Paul was given this mystery to preach, Christ in us and all that, and Christ to the Gentiles, and this mystery that has been hidden in 8 and 9 through the ages by God now has been revealed. So he's saying the cat is out of the bag, man. This thing is here to be seen, right? And to the intent. Now this is God's intention. To the intent. This is amazing. This is the purpose of God. To the intent that the manifold, many-faceted wisdom of God, right? Many-sided, the depth of the wisdom of God would be made known by his people to the principalities and powers in heavenly places. That means that God would thoroughly manifest himself through his church, who he created in his image, who had seemed to be fallen and couldn't get up. But God let his son take the fall so he could get us up and breathe spirit back into us, and now we can manifest his glory. So God brought the gospel in the intent that he could cause us to shine and reveal who he is to the world. You get it? Oh, it's incredible. And it says, according to the eternal purpose. So he always created you for this. He always meant this for you to be filled with his spirit, to manifest his nature, to walk in his image and confound the wisdom of the wise, and in the face of darkness shine as light. He always made you for that. You've never had a different purpose. God never changed his plan. It's the eternal purpose of God. It's who you are and why, all wrapped up in one. Do you get it? It's why you have breath today. See, I've given myself to this. That's why I'm passionate. I have surrendered, made sacrifice, the labor of love, the patience of hope, the work of faith to attain this. It's not a works thing. Faith took me there. And just like Tim said, yeah, I have a revelation. God's breathed on that faith. I don't see anything else. I'm alive for this reason. So now it's not even hard for me to like keep from having an attitude or being angry or selfish or jealous or full of what? That stuff, that's not even a trial to me. It's been obliterated through this understanding. Was it always that way? I grew into that. I'm more extreme in that than I ever was. Do you get it? So I'm not like this struggling man to stay afloat and thank God he considers me. I've given myself to these things, and he's breathed on that and empowered me to live what I could never live if he didn't breathe on that. But the key is I want that. Some of us got to get really real and ask, what do we really want? Because some of us still want our right to have a right and say enough is enough. Well, you can go that far, but that's far enough. And we have limitations. We still have rights. We still have things in our life that are stopping this great image of God from manifesting on the inside out. We really do. We have sellout prices. We do. Judas said, what will you give me to betray him? And for Judas, it was only 30 pieces of silver. So some of us wouldn't even consider that. But there is some things that we'll do, and there is some things that could happen to us that would stop the image of Christ, where we would take occasion for the flesh and say enough's enough and stand for our rights. You have to get to the place where you're dead, where you get alone with God and say, you know what, the best I understand, I don't even want a right, I don't have a right except to manifest who you are. The intent of you creating me was to manifest your image. Then what would I live for anything else for? Why would I covet this life and take advantage of it and start living for other things and just pursuing other things apart from you first? That way, if you're first, then everything else I pursue is in the light of you, and it'll never get goofy and muddy and funny. Are you following me? It's very passionate. I'm talking extremely passionate and militant today. And it's not on purpose, it's just the way I didn't plan on this. But You have to understand that the intent, listen to the language, the intent of God sending the gospel is to make known his manifold wisdom through your life to the world you live in and the powers that seem to control it. So your life becomes a testimony, a conviction, a judgment to the powers of darkness. And all of a sudden, everywhere they look, they see Christ in us. Because we're surrendered, sold out, and filled with the Spirit of God, and our integrity is squeaky clean. Our motives are super pure, and we see God. You get it? Come on, it's called a Christian. We kind of thought a Christian goes to church and sings happy songs and then does his best to live kind of good. Oh God, are you guys all right?